Hi guys, welcome to Honey and Me. I'm Susan. In this video, I am going to take you around the Custer National Forest campground called Red Shale, as you can see from the sign back there. And it's free. You can stay here for 16 days, which is pretty good. And it's really, really pretty. There are outhouses, there's no water, no garbage. You have to pack out what you pack in. We are here in mid-April. We got here April 16th. And it was open. So I'm not sure if it opens mid-April because there were reports from earlier in April, like a week ago, that it was closed. So I'm not sure of the dates. If I can find them, I will put them in the description down below. But let's go and take a look at this really pretty little campground. So when you first enter the park, you'll come to a Y in the road, and you can either go to the upper part of the campground or the lower part of the campground. We chose to go to the lower part because there was another RV coming out of the upper part, so I didn't actually go up there until after we had chosen a site and set up and everything. But the upper part is closer to the highway, so you're going to get more traffic noise, but it's not a really busy highway. It's not that big a deal, but it is closer to the highway. If you're wanting it more quiet, go to the lower part. So this is the welcome board that meets you at the Y. You can see it says there is no garbage service, please pack it out. And it also has a notice about how long you can stay. You are allowed to stay at this campground for 16 days in a row. That's pretty good. I don't think I've seen any place that allows 16 days. Sometimes 7, sometimes 14, but never 16. That's pretty good. So first we're going to walk up to the upper part of the campground. There are 2 loops plus a picnic area in this campground. And to get myself untangled from Fred, there are 2 pit toilet bathrooms in the upper area and 1 in the lower area. This is the picnicking area in this campground, and we found there are not a lot of places to pull over and stop if you want to have lunch or make a cup of coffee or something. So if you're down this way, you might want to pull in here because there's lots of room, and there's lots of room to turn around as well. It's a really pretty area. This is in April, so things are still pretty dry from the winter. There are patches of snow around still, but it's up to 20 degrees Celsius today, which I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll stick it on the screen here somewhere for you. So the bathrooms are wheelchair accessible. We're going to go and check them out. And they are in pretty bad shape at the moment. This is a nice big long one if you're needing a bigger space. They also have these really nice fire pits with grills on top. And there's a bunch of firewood, but that's pretty big stuff. Looks like it had water at some point, but it's just some pipes sticking out of a pile of cemented rocks now. So that was the upper campground close to the highway. Now I'm going to take you down to the lower campground where we are camped. because I think this campground has just reopened for the year after being closed all winter, because I think there is snow here during the winter. And there are gates at the front. So gates are now open and it's open, but I think during the winter time it's probably closed. And because of that, there is some garbage lying around. They seem to have cleaned out the fire pits and dumped the ashes just off the side of the road. I'm assuming the National Forest Department takes care of this campground, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming around and cleaning things up in the near future, like the bathrooms, because the one I looked in was pretty gross. But there is a lot of garbage lying around. The first campground that we pulled into had a lot of plastic bottle caps in it. And we ended up changing campgrounds, not because of that, but just because our trailer would fit better in a different one. And the one we're in is a lot cleaner, but there's still a little bit of garbage lying around. I'm going to be putting on some disposable gloves and picking up that garbage before we leave, because every little bit helps, and it's a free campground. You want to do what you can to keep this free, and if picking up a little bit of garbage is going to do that, then I'm all for it. I just love these pine trees with all the grass underneath them. So pretty. I bet it's pretty in the summertime when the grass is green. But yeah, it's pretty now anyway. So this is the road to the lower campground loop, and just kind of winds along, and at the part where it starts to do a loop, there is a sign that says one way, basically. Don't try to go the other way, because it's a fairly narrow lane, and if you end up having to pass somebody, that could be an issue. So the lower campground is pretty much the same as the upper one. It's just further from the highway. So this is one of the campgrounds in the lower part, and you can see in here they mow the lawn around the campsite so that you can put a tent up if you wanted to. This hasn't been mowed since last year, but it's still pretty low as far as the grass grows compared to the rest of it. So up there is where the upper campground is. You can see a little bit of the dirt road there, and then down here is the lower campground. And here's us. I'll show you the mowed area around our campsite, because it seems to be the best one for a tent, but it was also the best one for levelness for our length of trailer. Also really close to the bathroom, which we don't use. We're leaving the Red Shale Campground, and we're off to go and visit Colonel Custer's last stand. See you in the next video. Bye.